The following program is sponsored and funded by Faith to Victory Ministries.
Welcome to Believer's Challenge, with minister and founder of Faith to Victory Ministries, Michael Collins. Now, here's Michael with this week's discussion.
On this Believer's Challenge, we're going to be discussing the potential that we have as believers to be able to open the doors of change in the lives of other people. And that's a great challenge when it comes to our Christianity. In Psalms 37:4, it says, "Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart." You know, that tells us that our Father desires for us to take great delight in Him and in His ways so that He can accomplish great things in and through our lives. God also wants us to love and encourage one another, just as He loves and continuously encourages us in our life. And this can prove to be one of the greatest challenges of being a Christian. Now, why is that? Because there are a lot of people out there in the world who are hard to love. They refuse to be taught. They're not willing to listen, and they are that way intentionally. They really feel that they have no use for God or anything having to do with Christianity. They believe that they're just fine the way they are. It's so easy just to walk away from those kind of people in discouragement and then write them off as a lost cause. Do you really believe that that's what God would have us do? Aren't you glad that God didn't write you off as a lost cause? You know, I know He could have very easily done that with me in the past, but He loved me too much, and He has proven that to me countless times. How do we penetrate the kind of defensiveness that so many people will undoubtedly show us sometimes towards God and towards our Christianity as a whole? How do we go about planting the seeds of righteousness into a life that is dry and barren and wants to stay that way? Well, there are three Christian qualities of character and integrity that can potentially open the door to change for that person's life, and here they are. Number one is love. Not just any kind of love, but the love of God within us. That's the kind of love that reaches beyond any degree of opposition. It rises above any level of resistance, and it penetrates the hardest of hearts. Think about the attitude and the ignorance of those who screamed for Jesus Christ's crucifixion and stood by as He died on the cross, snickering and laughing as He suffered. Yet God loved them enough to allow His only Son to die for them. Our Father expects that capacity of love to be given by us. We were created in His likeness, after all, and that includes having within us a great God-given capability to love. Number two is compassion. A compassion that's genuine and that's sincere for the welfare and eternity of another soul. You know, there are times when it's just as hard to be compassionate as it is to love, but it's accomplished in the same way, through God's strength and His capacity for understanding. Number three is intercessory prayer. When we pray for the needs of others by interceding on their behalf, God is pleased, and He's sure to respond in a way that's going to bless both the person in need of prayer and the one that's praying for them. In showing this kind of concern and care for the soul of one who's lost and doesn't want to be found, we show our Father what's truly in our hearts. Although He knows what's in our hearts already, He loves it when we show Him. This has been Believer's Challenge, and I'm Michael Collins for Faith to Victory Ministry, saying, be blessed, be encouraged, keep moving forward, and remember, where there's faith, there will be victory. Have a blessed day. For more daily inspiration and encouragement from Faith to Victory Ministries, find us on Facebook, Google+, YouTube, and Twitter.
Looking for inspiration? Encouragement? Keep listening. It's all here. This is the FTV Radio Network.